Buenas tardes. Welcome to my channel, Better Monday Fasting. In this video, since I'm walking to the sauna, maybe talk a little bit about my sauna experience. I attempted, on my way from the gym to the sauna, I attempted 2 videos. I wanted to do something different, a little bit tell about my story, but yeah, I have to get better. There's so many things that happened in the past 10 years or so, so it's kind of hard to tell a story, to hook people, to make it interesting. So I'll work on that. But so I decided to talk about this sauna experience. I always knew that the sauna was good for you, and especially if you can do the sauna and cold plunge combination. I always thought, it's good for the lymphatic system. It makes because we have to support the lymphatic system to move the lymphatic fluid, so we can get rid of waste. The way it works is like the cells, they're gonna get out the toxic matter, and for that, you need to have the pH of the outside of the cell has to be lower. It has to be less acidic than the pH inside. If not, it doesn't go out. That's where I think tumors, when I'm not 100% sure, but tumor cancer, it's always, so in order to support the lymphatic system, we have to work on different levels. So the first one is to get more alkaline, so to make sure that the cells, they can expose those, they can eject the waste matter, so the waste matter can pass the membrane. So that's alkalinization. So there are food that makes us more. I have to be careful not to record the kids. So there are food that are making us more alkaline. Some of them are more acidic, but also, stress is acidic. Going to the gym is acidic, even though it's very good for you. So then in your relationships, all the bad feelings jealousy, anger, hate, all those are acidic. And on the contrary, love, compassion. I don't know if you saw the video from yesterday. You see a cat, you caress the cat, you touch it. It's very good intentions and love. It's alkaline. So you have to keep in mind. You can do. You can eat all organic. Go to your yoga class. Repeat your intentions, all that. But if you hate your job, or if you hate your mother-in-law, or it's or your spouse, all those, it's gonna eat you from the inside. So we gotta get alkaline, but we can also break down how to get alkaline. It goes pretty deep. You have to learn how to forgive for selfish reasons. You forgive and you let go, and so it doesn't hurt you anymore. Even though the person you're forgiving didn't deserve it, but it's better to forgive, so you can move on and you don't suffer from those acidic feelings. So the first is to get alkaline. Second is movement, because the reason for that is that as opposed to the cardiovascular system, the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump like the heart. So it's this semi-stagnant fluid that needs to be moved. So any movement, it doesn't necessarily have to be intense sport, but movement, walking, moving around. Sport, of course, helps, but also techniques like dry brushing, dry brushing. It's really good. Hot and cold showers. That makes your lymph move. And then the sauna. So up to recently, so this is a video on sauna, not that much on lymphatic system. But the sauna, and if you combine it with cold showers, will make the lymphatic system, your lymphatic fluid move. So to finish off with the lymphatic system, and the third point, we'll do an extended video on that, but like the third point is the exit point. So first you exit the trash from the cell. Second, you move it, so it goes to the lymphatic glands to be processed first time, and then you have to accompany them like you have to make sure that they go to the exit points. So exit points being your kidneys, your colon. I'm gonna cross your colon, your skin. It could be your lungs. It can be the lungs. It can be the skin. It can be for women. It can be their period. It's a good way to get. Men, we don't have that, but women they do. So that's an advantage for them. So like to support the lymphatic system, we got to work on those 3 points. So that was for the lymphatic system. And to come back to the sauna of course helps, because you go from hot to cold, and it makes the lymph work. And also up to that point, so I knew that was good, but also the fact that you're sweating a lot, you're deep sweating, and so you're getting rid of all the heavy metals. So up to recently, that was my video on sauna, and I'm thinking, once in a while, once in a week, once a week, or once a month. So it depends kind of on the logistics, like if you have access to a sauna or not. And then now I'm in Asunción, Paraguay, and here I have access to a sauna that is very affordable. I mean, not only is it affordable, but it's almost a luxury place, So I pay about a little bit over something like 30, less than 40, like 30 something bucks, and then you can go every day. And they have 2 locations, and I also go the one on Sunday. So it comes like maybe a little bit more than $1 a day, but they give you clean towels and flip-flops, and you have soap, you have for people, I don't use that stuff, but like they have deodorants, they have Listerine. Like it's the good thing about it is like from there you can go out. I mean, you can shave there, and they also have it's extra, but if you want, they have drinks, they have terere. They have terere is it's a local drink. It's a little bit like the mate, but cold, because in Paraguay it's hot. So it's a great deal. So like I was like, like I'm in Paraguay, I'm in the good rhythm in Medellin, and here it's more like mellow. But it's I also started having a great routine, and I was like, what, I'm going to the gym every day. I'm gonna start going to the I started going to the sauna every day. And then they told me that they had that deal, they're like, you don't have to pay, because if you go only once, it's like $5 or something. So they're like, no, like we can give you a deal if you want to come every day, so I got that deal. So it cost me like $1, maybe $1.20, something like that. And so I started going every day, and oh my God, it's that combined with the intermittent fasting, and the 2 days that I skipped the OMAD, it has been fantastic. has been really fantastic, really productive. I think now, right now, because in the book I'm talking about changing environments, and I'm talking about when I was in Medellin, I was really on top of the world in terms of productivity and happiness. And when I came to Asuncion, it was like the winter time, and even though I was on top of the world, like health-wise, I had a little setback, you know. But then, little by little, I started getting my routine down here, and now it's actually really good, and it's. I mean, in terms of fun, of course, Mexico and Colombia, it's a bit more fun. I mean, if you're like, hey Ali, I want to visit Latin America, I have 2 weeks, and I want to get, you know, I want my mind to be blown. I wouldn't recommend Paraguay, but since I've been living in Latin America for 8 years, now it's the perfect place. I mean, it's just it's amazing. Like it's out of the, like, I feel like I'm back to the 90s, you know. It's not polarized. People listen to rock. They have great coffee shops. I mean, you have like great, like, I don't know if you can see, you have those like brick houses. Like, no, it's very, and people are super nice. Probably like the best people. I mean, the most, I shouldn't say best. I mean, the most friendly and sincere people of Latin America. Like, I also get along really well with Mexicans, but it could be that it's subjective because I lived so long in San Diego that I kind of know the mentality. So that's the thing to keep in mind. I mean, it's not Latin America. It's very diverse. You know, it's not because when in Brazil they speak Portuguese and the rest like speak Spanish. It's not because they speak the same language that it's the same culture. You know, it's very, very different, and within the countries it changes. I mean, Mexico, you have, yeah, it's very culturally diverse, and so here I was like, wow, okay, I'm gonna make it part of the routine, you know, and I started going to the sauna every day. Sometimes there's a holiday, or once, like the other location, they had for 2 Sundays they were closed because they're repairing, you know, maintenance. So, but now it's been over a month that I'm going. I think I missed maybe 3 days, so the point of the whole video is just that it takes you to another level, like making sauna part of your daily routine. It's just it's something else. Like, and now I've been researching. Yeah, it's more than just moving your lymphatic fluid around and getting toxins out. I mean, it has all this like shock protein effect. There's like there's tons of benefits, and even more so if you do like regularly. And in the immediate results I'm getting, it's just that everything's working better. Like, I can like focus on work better, gym is better, sleep is better, the waking up, that's kind of the hardest part of the day for me. Like, sometimes like I'm you know, I'm almost like another person when I wake up, and all that is better. Like, it's very. So yeah, the whole like intermittent fasting, 2 days skipping the OMAD, going to the gym 6 times a week. I also the Sunday, that's also my little luxury thing. Like on Saturdays, I usually I mean, it depends. Like, sometimes I go months without a massage, but I find it like every 2 weeks a massage is good. And lately I've been on a massage for like every Saturday. I go for a massage for 2 hours, because I find this massage therapist, this woman, she's pretty strong, and so she can go deep, you know, and she's strong. She has really good technique, and so obviously I'm booking like it's 2 hours. It's long, but on top of all that, I think she has really good energy. Like with the massage, like sometimes, like, you know, you get a massage, but I think some massage therapists, they don't put their heart, so it's like they suck out your energy, and some of them they give you energy. You know, they love what they do it with good intentions, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna go all out on on massage and sauna and see what happens. And so far it has been great. Like, it's just also better memory, better dynamics. Like, I'm kind of a low-key guy. I'm kind of like a calm guy. Like, and now it's like it's firing more. Everything firing more rapidly, and I don't have those dead moments anymore during the day. So it's like one thing after another, bam, 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 bam. So I don't know if it's all due to the sauna or it's all the good practices. You know, they add up, and maybe sauna was the last piece of the puzzle, and then like it's hard to know. But it's what's really exciting. It's like more I advance with this adventure of fasting and healthy lifestyle, it's getting better. When it's gonna stop? Like, I hope never, but like it's kind of it's very interesting because I mean, I do feel younger. I mean, then it's obvious that it's not. Sometimes I look at my face. I mean, there are things that are features. Like, there are certain things. I'm getting older, obviously, you know. But at the same time, there are things like it's just it's a very interesting experience, and I'm feeling. I mean, I'm talking in my book about that, like my childhood when we used to live in Turkey, Ankara. There's a lot of air pollution there, and you know, I was often on medication. And it's really cold. I mean, it's kind of you know, I moved from Ankara to Geneva, Switzerland, but actually Ankara is colder than Geneva, Switzerland. And it's really funny because when I arrived to Switzerland, I couldn't speak French, and the people there in the village, they were a little. Some of them had good intentions, some of them less, but they were very Orientalist, you know. And it was winter time, and you know, they were like, "Ali, look, this is snow," and you know, and where I come from, it's like minus 17 Celsius, minus 20. And then they're like, "Ali, this is red light, stop. This is green light, walk." And I'm like thinking, you know, like Ankara is 5 million. Like, it's almost like the size of Switzerland, you know. It's like a real urban city. Like, and they're like in the Swiss village, they're like. But I don't know why. So like, it's good to go on tangents, but then you have to know how to come back. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, because in Ankara I will wake up, but it was like, I mean, so like, as far as I remember, I can remember until up to when I was 3 years old, you know, because with my dad we listened to Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, and I really remember those. Those are the earliest images I have from life. But I will wake up and it was like I was doing drugs, you know, like, so I'm a kid, I'm 3-4 years old, but I was like, and I will yawn all the time. And sometimes my dad would say, stop yawning, like, you know, it's so I went from that. So I was a child, like, that's where you're supposed to be the most vivid, more, you know. And now fast forward like 40 something years later, and now I feel like a kid, you know. Now I'm like, yeah, I want to eat the world, and I have that, and that's just, to me, it's mind-blowing how much you can get done, how much you can act on your health. And the whole like age thing, yeah, it's one factor, but put everything on age, that's a cop-out, you know. You know, you take a Mustang car from the 50s, you know, and you know, you never touch it, you change the oil, you take good care of it, like, it's gonna function really well. Or a Gibson guitar or something. But you can also get a car from 2022 and, you know, drive it really bad, not take care of it, and it will be in really bad shape in 2024. So it's not exactly the analogy. I mean, there's not a like exact parallel between a human being and a car, but yeah, I mean, if you take good care of it and you do the right things, I mean, it's just to me it blows my mind. It just blows my mind to be. Yeah, it's like it's been the whole fasting thing. It's been a renaissance, you know. It's been a it's like a second shot in life. So that's why like I'm because it's not like this is not my passion, you know, health and all. Like I'm a musician. That's more like my passion, but I'm really into, you know, when you're a musician, you're really into self-actualization because you always want to get better, write better songs, be, you know, transform the inspiration to material the better way. So you're always searching, you know, to like, and your dream is like, and you see all these like big names, you know, you admire, and you know, you want to be like them or you want to get close. So as a musician, you always you're not only into music, but you're into self-actualization. You know that you can, because you know, the first thing I learned on the guitar was a bass line. It was the Stand By Me bass line, and that started the journey, you know. And here I am, like. So in that sense, fasting is great because it's a great tool for self-actualization, and for that reason, I got really into it, you know. And the reason why I started this channel and wrote the book, so I had no desire to become an author, even though like I've been writing for a while, and I had the book attempt. I didn't finish it. Maybe I finished it one day on my the story of my band Black Sea Storm. I had quite during pandemic. I wrote. I think I have 23 chapters with that book, but I never published it. So, and being a YouTuber is the last thing. I mean, for me, it's like, and if you can write songs, you know, it's for me, YouTuber is something like it's. I mean, it's a low skill. Like, I mean, there are people that are really good at it, but it's not something like, it's something that anybody can do. You buy a selfie stick and you're a YouTuber, you know, like it's, then to do it good, yeah, I mean, you need multiple talents, and it depends on, it encompasses other talents like, you know, oral expression and all that, but for me it's like being a YouTuber. And now it's like, what fascinates me, now that I started that, like, you know, like because people, they don't know that I have only 5 subscribers, but sometimes people around, they get crazy, you know, they want to get on camera, they're like, oh, YouTube, come on, you know. And it's been 8 years that I have my guitar on my back, and nobody, I mean, they see me with the guitar on my back, even the people selling stuff on the street, they don't even approach me, you know. So it's like, it just means you're poor. Yeah, so it's so amazing how like the world is changing, in my opinion, in a very, very bad direction. But so like, yeah, like to be a rocker, it's not cool anymore, but to have a selfie stick and to talk to yourself for hours, that's cool, you know. That I cannot, like, maybe it's a generational thing, but for me it's very yeah, I think for a lot of things we're going backwards, you know. I always have that thought, like, you know, when time passes by, like I haven't listened to Led Zeppelin for a while, you know, and then there's a good stereo system or a good car with a good, and they put on Led Zeppelin, and I'm like, how in the world, like, because everything's perfect, you know, like, I mean, it's not actually. I mean, if you analyze the tracks, there's all this like, you know, it's not perfect, but the feel and the outcome is perfect. And the musicians, they're just amazing, the sound, and it's analog. And so each time I listen to Led Zeppelin, I'm like, how, you know, we knew how to do it, you know, we had it, that's, you know. And from there, top of the world. We are here, like to go on the top artists on Spotify. I mean, I just like, you have to. I mean, I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but it's like you cannot convince me that that's progress. We're going backward. We are just going backwards. Like this, no, there's no. We're going backward. We're getting going more technological, but also more solitary. Like now, nobody wants to deal with bandmates, you know. So everybody making music with their laptop. But the real thing is the band. Like it's that you feed each other live, you know. And the real thing is the band and the amps. No more amps, you know. Everybody has that little amp simulator and stuff. Like you cannot. I mean, since I'm doing, yeah. I mean, for my acoustic guitar, I have that too. But I mean, I know that the big names, they have great like sound systems. But man, like a Mesa Boogie is a Mesa Boogie, you know. Like a SWR, the wall of Beck. Like it's just you cannot. It's not just about tone. It's just, it blows like air, you know. It's like it's there. It's just, it's bucking you up, like, and you know, and maybe you're getting also the vibrations from the ground, and so yeah, I think we're going in a lot of ways we're going backwards, but I'm convinced that there's a deep way. That's why like I wanna make videos like that, like that for 99.9% of people it will be too boring to watch, you know. They don't have that attention. They don't have an attention to watch a Turkish guy speaking broken English with a Turkish French accent. But I listen to my videos, you know, when I'm cooking and stuff, and yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine, and also I think I said it in another video. I'm an album guy. I don't like playlists, so I put an album and I listen to it. Sometimes I listen to the album in loop, but yeah, albums, books, movies, long podcasts, 3 hours, we're fine. I mean, you know, at least try to get something out of it, you know. Then, but I think one way is going like, you know, short, everything short, and I think the deep wave is coming with people are just the human brain cannot, and if that becomes the norm, we're in a, I don't know, either we are in a really bad place or I'm getting too old. And I mean, if people are getting a kick out of that, you know, it's well, that was for the sauna video. I mean, we went on some tangents, but I think it was good. I mean, it was a sauna slash a little bit the lymphatic system. I mean, yeah, we'll do more videos on the lymphatic system. Is really important. Yeah, it's good to know, and also like while you're fasting to learn more about physiological things, like how things work. It's always motivating, you know, how autophagy works, like so then why healing crises are happening, because when the times are going to be tough while fasting, and you're going to have time in your hand, and so doing research, reading about those things, like you know that you're on the right path, you know what's going on inside of you, and so that's why yeah, that's why I want to share my experience with the wide road. That was my idea. I don't know if I finished it, but yeah, I mean, my motivation to do the YouTube thing and to write is just yeah, I mean, it has changed my life so drastically, and I'm so not suffering anymore, and before I was suffering, so there's no reason to suffer, like, so I want to spread that the word, so we stop suffering and we focus on what we need to do, and it's just that I cannot keep it for myself, you know, like once you experience something like that, you have to, but it's really hard to convince people, and 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 the worse the situation gets with your health, it gets more difficult. Like I'll make a video about that. It's like a credit card debt, you know. So then it gets, you need longer or a fire. You know, when a fire starts, you can extinguish it really quickly with a glass of water when it's small. But when then it gets big, then you need helicopters. And so health is a little bit like that. So as long as you're on top of things, you do prevention and stuff, it's very easy. But once it gets, you know, you get arthritis, you get eczema, you start getting stuff, then you get your gallbladder explodes, and then you lose your balance. Like then it's really hard, because then you're on a fireman mode, and you're trying to extinguish one fire, but another one starts there. So yeah, that's why, I mean, ideally it will be good, you know, your mid-20s, maybe even before, start getting in the habit to fast and stuff, and then it's gonna eventually really, I mean, fasting and healthy habits, I mean, fasting by itself, I mean, it's the most powerful tool, but there are other tools that support healthy living. So thanks a lot for watching, if you made it so far, and I hope to see you in another video. Thank you for watching.